I do not have an admit all button. Where are you all?
I'll do it. Here they come. Good evening, good evening, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, hello. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Alison. Hi, Linda. Hi, Anne. Hi, whoever's playing some lovely music. It's nice to hear.
That's
Some
me. That's
incidental
me.
music.
I'm going to stop.
Okay, no worries.
Hello.
Hello. Ooh, Ivana's joining us from Croatia. I reckon that might be a new country. Ivana, are you on holiday there or do you live there? Have we got a new country?
Hello.
Hi.
I live in Croatia.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us. I think you might be the first person from Croatia who's joined Stay at Home Choir.
This is my third project.
Your third project, did you say?
Yes, yes.
Great.
Okay.
Well, it's really nice to have you here. And I'm sorry that we haven't been able to speak before now. Great. Let's see. Can you give me a wave if you're joining? Here we go. From outside Europe. Outside Europe. Kate, where are you joining us from?
I am in southern Vermont, USA.
Hooray! Fantastic. And it looks like you've got, is that a virtual background or have you got
I'm
glorious?
outside. It's just so beautiful.
Stop it. That is just lovely. Do you mind if I spotlight you quickly so everyone can see the beautiful woodland that you're in? Here she is. Isn't that amazing? What a lucky lady to be taking part in a choir rehearsal from out in such a beautiful place. Thanks for joining us, Kate. Okay, give me a wave if you're joining from outside of Europe. I am going to try and talk to somebody who I haven't spoken to before. I always try and see somebody new. I'm going to go to Jen. Hi, where are you joining us from?
Hi, we're joining from Orange County, California.
Ah, amazing. Now, I've heard some interesting things about how they're encouraging people to get the vaccine in California.
Yeah, very much so.
Amazing. And who's with you? It's a little guy. Hi, nice to meet you.
This is Matthew. He's 2. And here's Lydia, who's 4.
Amazing. Welcome,
and
guys.
Gwen coming running.
Yay! Stay at home minis. Nice to meet you guys. Lovely. Well, have a lovely sing. Have a lovely sing. Great. And just so that we're fair, can we have a wave from someone who's joining from inside Europe? I've not talked to Miriam Staley before. Hello, Miriam. How are you?
Hello, my lovely. I'm very well, thank you.
And have we talked before? And now I've said hello to you. I'm wondering if we have talked.
I think so.
Great. Well, I'm true to my word of meeting new people every rehearsal. So thanks for joining. Whereabouts are you?
I'm down in the south of Spain.
Right. Lovely. And is that permanent or is that just?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I thought that the tan belied that you lived in a very sunny place.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Fantastic. I'm only jealous. I go from white to red and then back to white again. So I'd do very badly in Spain. Thanks for being here, Miriam. Great. All right. Welcome, everybody. So we've got our second week and our third and fourth pieces out of the 5 that we're covering for the album project. We have looked at Ardent Lead and what was in the first week? Help. Somebody.
Amabile Alleluia.
Yes, the Sarah Quartel piece, of course. Ardent Lead and Amabile Alleluia in the first week. And now this week we're going to be looking at Rosephine Powell's Arise Beloved and this fabulous new arrangement of Nimrod that we've got from Michael Higgins, which is set to the Latin text O Salutaris Ostia. And then next week, it is Allegri Miserere week. We figured that because it's quite a complicated piece, it's quite a long sing, we space it out a bit and give it all a chance to breathe. So it is coming, but we're saving the best till last. Did I say that? So look out for the Allegri Miserere coming next week. Okay, so we're going to start with Arise Beloved, and we'll move on to Michael Higgins' piece later in the rehearsal. But we're going to start by having a stretch and a shake and getting ourselves ready to sing. So if you're able to, please join me standing up. I might have to sort of glower down at you a little bit because I'm having trouble raising my music stand for this one. And I tell you what, I'm going to raise it and then I'm never going to be able to get it down again. So that'll be for your viewing delight, watching me struggle with that. Lovely. All right, we're going to start by shaking hands. Again, any of these exercises, if you want to modify them in a way that is good for you, haha, look at you all doing chicken arms, then feel free. Shake your shoulders, shake your hips, get your body moving, shake your knees, shake your toes, wiggle your ears if you can. Give me the most active eyebrows. If anyone's in the UK, they've probably seen the Cadbury's advert. Give me the most active eyebrows you can. And give me the biggest face you can possibly pull. It's so nice. I've just seen Atty. I've not seen you for ages on screen, Atty. Hello, that was a great face. Tiniest face you can possibly do. Big face. And when an amazing conductor who I've worked with called Ben Parry does this, he always says, pumpkin head, like this, which I think is great fun. So can we do mouse face? And then we're going to do pumpkin head. Ready? Pumpkin head. Lovely. Mouse face again. Mouse face. And now please accompany your pumpkin head with the biggest body you can make. Ready? Go. Pumpkin head. Good. Lovely. Circle your shoulders around. Oh, nice to be a bit silly every now and again. And reach right up in the air. Just loosen your knees out so you're not locking your knees. And breathe in through your nose. Feel your ribcage expand. Now your arms aren't getting in the way. Breathe out through your mouth. And we're just going to do another one of those. Revel in your lungs filling with air. Breathe in. And breathe out. Great. Next part of the warm-up is going to take place to an NG. So can everyone go, ready, and Great. Now, in order to do that, you do not need to bare your teeth. And that is another way of introducing tension, and we want to keep tension out of the equation. So give your jaw a bit of a massage. And let it just hang loose, like you're just a little bit vacant. An IQ of 2.5. Here we go. Great. Some of you are worryingly good at that. And now all you need to do is lift your back of your tongue up to a have a go. Yeah, that's nice. You're not pushing your jaw down. You're not going to get any double chins. The jaw is just nice and released. Go for it. Nice, very gentle. And now sort of around your speaking voice. Go. And if you feel like you're pushing your chin in and you're getting double chins, just give your head, just say a very gentle no to your body and loosen all that tension out in your neck. No, thank you, please, body. Back to nice released jaw. And go. Great. So we're going to stick with that NG. Lovely, easy sound to warm up on. It's very caring. An NG is very caring for your voice. Okay, we're going to start at the top and we're just going to pour that sound over and down, a little bit like Jamie does when we do that NG all the way from the top to the bottom. So off you go. I'm not getting my jaw involved. I'm not doing anything. It's just nice and easy. And now a little bit more bouncy. And go. Great. I'm just going to pick up what Ellie has just said. My chorus teacher says that singers have the body of an athlete and the face of a dog. I love that. Oh, woof, woof, woof. So imagine you've got your nice doggy jowls shaking around at the bottom. Great. Body of an athlete. What a fantastic thing to say. Really lovely. So let's keep that nice energy going. We're going to open it out to an woo, woo, woo. 1, 2, 3. Woo, woo, woo. Lovely. Put an F on the beginning. Woo, woo, woo. And go. Woo, woo, woo. Nice. Now, the really lovely thing about using the F at the beginning is it's another example of a semi-occluded vocal tract exercise, which we love talking about. All of these, there are so many different ones you can do, but they all have the same effect. And this just, you'll find that it'll be very easy to get nice and high very easily when you put an F at the beginning. Foo, foo, foo. Just have another go and enjoy it. Ready, and foo, foo, foo. Nice, good. And it's something that you can just do. You're wandering around the house, just keep doing these little exercises, bits and bobs every now and again, and you just get more and more used to them. You get more, your body gets more and more used to doing them without any unnecessary tension, which is something we really want to avoid. Okay, we're just going to do a very quick little round, which most of you will probably know, but it's just a nice way to get us all singing, and it goes like this. Jubilate Deo, jubilate Deo, Alleluia. Give me a wave if you've heard that before. Oh, wow, not as many people as I thought. Fantastic. Okay, so the words are jubilate Deo, praise God. Jubilate Deo, have a go, and Jubilate Deo. Nice. Next one. Jubilate Deo. Go. Jubilate Deo. So the tricky bit is how you change direction at the end. Jubilate Deo. Mostly that's a falling phrase, but with a little bit of a whoop near the end. 2 phrases together. Jubilate Deo, jubilate Deo. 2 phrases with me, and jubilate Deo, jubilate Deo. Well done. And the last bit is just Alleluia. Go. Alleluia. Okay, if you think you've got it, you can sing it in a round with me. So you start after I finish Deo. If you aren't too confident with that yet, just sing it with me and get used to standing well or sitting well wherever you are, checking your posture, using it as an opportunity to just check in with your body before we start singing. So we do Jubilate Deo, and if you're singing in a round, you then start at the beginning. Here we go, ready, and Jubilate Deo, jubilate Deo, Alleluia. And again, jubilate Deo, jubilate Deo, Alleluia, Alleluia. And it's the closest we can get to singing in harmony with one another over Zoom. Lovely. Let's take a look at the Rosephanie Powell piece first. I'm so looking forward to talking to her tomorrow. Can you give me a wave if you've read her blog interview that's come out on the website yet? Yeah, what an amazing woman. She's such a star. I can't wait to talk to her. She's one of the people who lives and breathes music, one of those golden musical souls. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I suppose I should also just say at this point, my internet has been playing up a little bit. So if you do get some delays or breaks in the sound quality, then I can only apologise, but unfortunately we are just constrained, each of us, by the internet connections that we have. So here is Rosephine Powell's piece, Arise Beloved, and we're going to do a full sing through. I'm going to try and share my sound, but if it's even slightly squiffy, we're going to stop and we're going to share Emily's instead, okay? So just bear with me. Here it comes. Hopefully everybody can see this and hear it. There we go. Just give me a thumbs up if you're getting it on time.
3, 4.
Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. For lo, the winter is past, beloved, come away. Arise, 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 arise. Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. For lo, the winter is past, beloved, come away. Arise, 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 arise. Come, there's rain, has been, the birds are singing. Come, your hand in mine, we'll taste of the grapevines and hear the turtle doves. Their voices sing of joy and love. Hush, do not awaken love, do not arouse till it pleases, as the gazelles and doors of the fields, so is my beloved. Arise, 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 beloved, fair one, come away. Arise, my love, arise, beloved, fair one, come away. Arise, my love, arise, my love, arise, my love, arise, my love, arise,
Okay, great stuff. So, let's start right from the beginning. the coming in at the beginning is kind of misleading because the piano part seems to be in a different pulse from the pulse that we eventually start with. So I would encourage you to count in 1. Tagada, 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 tam pum, arise. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 bars, and then the 8th bar is the bar you come in on. I'm just going to share my my sound so that you can hear exactly what I mean. I'm screen sharing. I'm going to stop that. Share sound. There we are. Lovely. So just that introduction. Have another listen, and we just count it in 1, 2, 4. So can we have a go at doing that, please? So there's a B for the sopranos and there's an A for the alto. So we've got arise and arise. Gorgeous. Go on, let's clap with Jamie just for old time's sake.
3, 4.
Count 1. Hopefully that is makes sense. Good. I'm getting lots of nods. Great. Oh, thanks, Atty. Lovely. And then keep on counting in 1. Arise, 2, 3, 4. Arise, 2, 3, 4. Arise, altos. Arise, everyone. Arise. Arise, my love. Okay. So there we are. So count in 1. It's going to really help you. And then we get the melody. Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. So I'm at bar 36 here. From bar 33, the tenors and basses sing the first bit of the melody. Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. And I need you to feel like you're responding to them, even though you can't hear. Even though you won't be able to hear them. You'll hear them on the guide track, but you won't be able to see them. Guys, I'm afraid we don't tend to share the score during the rehearsals because otherwise you can't see anything other than the score. But you can find the score on the website, so do make sure that you've got it downloaded so that you can see. Great, thanks. So if I sing the lower voices, upbeats to bar 33, then you guys can come in at bar 36. So there's the G that you come in on. Here we go. Here's bar 33. Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. Arise, beloved, fair one, come away. Good, well done. And then we go, follow, the winter is past, beloved, come away. I snuck a little breath. We've not got a breath marked. If you just where there are no breaths marked and you need to breathe, just stagger the breathing. That is totally fine. And do listen to the guide tracks just to make sure that you're learning all of the notes. Yeah. Ah, oh, Emily, what a star. There's a score in the chat for you there. Lovely. Now through For Lo the Winter is Past, which is at bar 59. For lo, the winter is past, beloved, come away. It's not, for lo, the winter is past. And we're going through because even though there's a full stop, we want to keep the meaning of the phrase continuing. Okay? For lo, the winter is past, beloved, come away. Okay? So don't give up too early. Okay? Now, that's all pretty straightforward, I must say. That first section is definitely note bashable with the learning tracks. The most important thing is that you keep a feeling of 1 in a bar, because if you're thinking of 3 in a bar, it's going to become slower and more, what's the word? Claggy. It's going to slow down, it's going to drag. So it's like skimming stones, with each bar line being the stone hitting the water. Ta 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 ti ta 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 ta. Just keep that momentum in your head all the time. In fact, in many ways, it's very similar to a Marbele Alleluia in that way, because that's also a feeling of momentum the whole time. Okay. Any advice on the first E in beloved? Arise, beloved. I'm singing it almost like an I. Arise, beloved fair one. Yeah. Obviously, the guide track is God. So if the guide track is singing a certain vowel, definitely copy that one. But when I'm singing it, I'm finding arise, beloved. It's like B-I, as you would write it in English. Let's fast forward, please, to where it starts getting a little bit more complicated, which is at bar 81. Again, you have a little bit of an unsettling rhythm in the piano part. So I'd just like to share my screen again. I'll do the whole screen share so that you can watch and see how that works. Here it is. Oh, lots of pop-ups. Here we go. Just have a little listen to see if you can still keep hearing the one in a bar, even though the piano has these cross rhythms that put you off a little bit. Here it comes. One in a bar. So the one in a bar keeps it moving the whole time. And then from bar 81, the feeling is waltz-like. It's almost a little bit retro, this section. It sounds like it could almost have like a little sort of jus de Gilbert and Sullivan. Though, you know, who knows? Maybe we'll find out from Rosephine tomorrow if there were any particular inspirations for why she's written it exactly like this. Okay, so let's have a go. I'm going to wind that back again and we're going to sing together from, well, I'll play the piano introduction from bar 73 and then we'll sing from bar 81. Comes again.
Singing, come your hand in mine, we'll taste of the grapevines and hear the turtle doves, their voices sing of joy and love.
Hello. All right, please make sure you don't shortchange the long note at the end. You need to leave enough in the tank or take a breath so that you can keep your sound spinning all the way to the end of that phrase at 106. So here we go with the, let's do the alto line first because you are outlining our one in a bar, okay? So we've got, you're almost like bells striking the downbeat of the bar. Come, the rain has gone, the birds are singing. Let's do it together and, oh, actually, I'm so sorry, you'd all started then, but I'm going to give the sopranos their note so that you can harmonise with me if you'd like to. So there's the alto note and there's the soprano. I'll give you one and a two. One and a two. Come, the rain has gone, the birds are singing. Come, your their voices sing of joy and love. Lovely. So I was taking particular care with the diminuendo right at the end of that phrase, and also to place the consonants, so being careful with the diction, right on the crotchet rests. It helps to keep the momentum going. If you're sloppy with those end consonants, you lose the overall rhythm of the bar. So this applies to sopranos as well, even though we're working on the alto line right now. Let's just go from bar 89, measure 89 please, that's on page 11. Come your hand in mine. I'm going, come your hand in mine, we'll taste. Could we speak that so that we're placing the N of mine in the right place? 1 and a 2. Come your hand in mine, we'll taste. Yes, that's it. Good. So let's sing it. There's a B and a G. 1 and a 2. Come your hand in mine, we'll taste of the grapevines and hear the turtle doves. Their voices sing of joy and love. And then the V will come straight on bar 107. All right, going back to do sopranos. Back to bar 81, please. Just seeing a couple of questions about consonants. Just copy exactly what you hear on the learning track. If they are not rolling their R's enormously. Rain, because we don't want it to sound too twee. Just copy what you hear, please. Here is the soprano note for bar 81 and the alto note. Here we go. 1 and a 2. Come, the rain has gone, the flowers appear, the birds are singing. Come your hand in mine, we'll taste of the grapevines and hear the turtle doves. Their voices sing of joy and love. Just went a little bit out, went a little bit flat there, so apologise for that. When you go up to the top, in fact, that is a really good learning opportunity because I didn't support that sound properly, so it went out of tune. Okay, could we all have a go doing it to? Kate has just mouthed to me, I can't roll my R's. Brr, v, z, zh, r, all absolutely fine. Just keeps the air moving. Okay, so let's have a go sopranos and any adventurous altos who'd like to join. From the upbeat to bar 95. Let's engage the water wheel as well. Ready? 1 and a 2. Yes, good. And then the next phrase. Let's just do the whole of that, please, from the upbeat to bar 95. 1 and a V. And you might find that you're using more air than you did before. That's the amount of air that your voice needs to sustain that sound. So keep taking top up breaths. There's no shame in it at all. Okay, let's go and do the same thing for the slightly earlier phrase that starts at bar 89, where we've got some accidentals being introduced. It's just, I love the way that the harmony changes in this phrase. We've got, come your hand in mine, we'll taste of the grape. was major and now we've gone minor. Okay. Come, your hand in mine, will. Okay, let's have a go at singing that. There's the B for the sopranos and the G for the altos. 1 and a 2. Come, your hand in mine, we'll taste of the grapevines and hear the turtle doves. Their voices sing of joy and love. Very good, lovely. Now, we'll come back. We've got 10 weeks of doing these pieces. We're introducing them all week after week, but we'll be sort of recycling, having more sectionals, we'll be having tutties to learn these pieces over the next 10 weeks until you feel comfortable and ready to record. So we've not got through all of it today because we've got to do Nimrod, but we will revisit it. This is not the only input you're going to get. And also don't forget that the learning tracks are your Bible because they are all of the notes that you need to learn and all in the right order. What more could you ask for? Right, Nimrod, please. O Salutaris Ostia. So this has got 2 names. If you are not familiar with Elgar's piece Nimrod, it's actually an orchestral piece. It's not sung by a chorus originally, but it's got a lovely melody, which doesn't lend itself technically to being sung by the voice. It jumps around all over the place, but for a melody with such a, well, I think the official word for it is disjunct, the posh word for it. For a melody that is so bitty and all over the place in terms of intervals, it's weirdly satisfying and it holds together really well. I actually think it's probably one of the best melodies ever written, but I'd say don't quote me on that, but this is being live streamed and recorded, so I guess you're gonna have to. It's such a beautiful piece that we wanted to give you guys a chance to sing it, and so we asked the fantastic arranger Michael Higgins to write us an arrangement of it, and we searched everywhere for a text, and eventually came back to a very familiar text, which is O Salutaris Ostia, which is normally used in the Catholic liturgy, in the Catholic Mass. So there we go. That's enough of me yakking. Let's have a listen to it. I'm going to get rid of me conducting that first. There we go. Here it comes.
One, 2, 3, 4.
Ostia,
Great. Right, now this is a piece which needs tremendous, I would say, breath control, but actually it's awareness of breath and planning of breath rather than having big lungs or being able to sing long phrases. So just don't think about it that way. Don't think about it as either you can sing long phrases or you can't. The more you plan it, the more you work out where you're going to breathe, the better you can cover it and create that lovely long legato phrase. Okay, so I also want to apologise for a little bit of sticky sound there that I've been getting reports of. It will be lovely and smooth if you go onto the website and listen to it on YouTube. So just to go back to the other thing I'd like to flag up is that it's quite low for sopranos. You've got bottom B flats. So let's just start with that at the very beginning. So we've got, we did some NG hums to warm up. This is exactly the same, but with a closed mouth. Then the tenors and basses take us off. Oh, salutatis, ostia, for the sopranos, or ostia. It's very similar, and actually what you're doing is you're carrying on the melody from the tenors and basses. And then we get Queceli pandis ostium. And then that little V there, breath mark, so you're putting the consonant before the bar line. Ostium, bella pre, and then the altos continue. Okay, so let's just sing from bar 6, please. There's an E flat for both voice parts, for both soprano parts, sorry, and there's the alto part, cherry part. Here we go, bar 6, 1, 2, 3. Queceli pandis ostium. All right, and sopranos, if that feels a little bit low for you, think about giving it a lighter tone as you go down to the bottom. If you try to give it a thicker, richer tone, actually sometimes it can be counterproductive. So ostium, just float it. And it should make it slightly easier to sing. I'm going to, the little curls that don't always meet the next word, they are no breath marks. Lorna, you're exactly right, thank you. And whilst I'm here, lovely work with the one-page scores. What a star. You're really, really helping the community. So thank you so much for that. Yes, round of applause. Lovely. Altos, it's quite low for you as well. Let's look at the next bar, bar 10. Bella premuntosti. I'm not putting the T early, it's munto. In fact, the H you can't really hear. Bella premuntostilia. Okay, I've seen somebody whip out a pencil, Vivienne, fantastic, whipped out a pencil to make a marking immediately. Bella premuntosti. Okay. There we go. Stilia. So there's a lot of melodies passing from one part to another, which means that you need to be aware of when the melody is passing to you. Okay, and you can't just keep an eye on just your part, otherwise you won't have the full picture. So can I have a go at, I'll sing the alto line, and then I'd like sopranos to pick up at bar 12. So we've got, you're going to pick up from the C that the altos sing at bar 12. Stilia. Or Stilia. Okay, I'm going to sing with the altos from bar 7, 8, 9, bar 10. Here it comes, and Bella premunta stilia. Good, fantastic. And then we get Now that final bar there, altos, bar 20, Zilium. You've got the last quaver just sneaks in before the bar line. Just have a go at singing that bar in isolation with me if you would. So it's in the middle of a word, but we're just going to sing Zilium. So Zilium, ready, and Zilium. Nice. Now, this is a very slow piece, and I'm beating very slowly on the conducting video. So altos, that quaver, my hand is going to be heading downwards towards the downbeat by the time you sing that. Zilium. There's the downbeat. Okay, so make sure you're not anticipating it and singing it too early. Next bit, bar 21. This is gorgeous, and it needs to be so delicately piano, so very quiet. Yeah, and it starts, it dovetails with the previous section. So it needs to sort of emerge out of what the altos sing sopranos. So let's just have a little sing of it. There's an E flat. And actually that E flat is the same as the one you come in on in your entry in a few bars altos. So here we go. I'm going to sing the soprano one, but it's the same. Here we go. Ready, and unitrino cretorino si sapitano gloria. All right. Now, the way that has been notated over a system gives you a bit of a shock. So let's just practice that in isolation. This is the upbeat to bar 28. We've got Gloria. Now, to start with, we're going to do this Teletubby style. Noo, 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 noo. If anybody remembers the Teletubbies and good old noo, noo. Can you sing noo, 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 and go? Noo, 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 noo. Nice. Let's change it. So something like ooh, just do an ooh and ooh. Nice. Now, I always imagine that something like this is not actually somebody's having a party outside my window. Don't know if that's audible. Is it audible? Yeah. I'm going to turn off. Is that better? Is that blocking it out?
That just
Yeah.
made you quieter, Tori.
Okay, I'll turn my original sound back on. You're just going to have to... I might shut the window. One moment.
In the meantime, we dance.
It's a surprisingly effective window. Right? It's better. Great. So, back to that seventh. Oh yes, puffy cheeks. Puffy cheeks is the way that we need to do this. Can everybody go like something's just been a bit stressful? Nice, I like it. Now, remember, we don't want to introduce unnecessary tension. So you're not pressing your lips together. You're letting loads of air out like the bag of a Hoover. It's not the most attractive analogy, but it does work. Have a go. Puffy cheeks. If you are an R roller, as in you can roll your R's, if you are an R roller, you can roll your R's inside this as well. Lots of fun. So let's practice this on puffy cheeks. The rolled R's are optional. We go, let's go from Sit Sempiterna Gloria. We've got bar 25, second beat. This is on page 3. Altos, this is a nice thing to practice as well because the top F is not beyond you. Here we are. Ready, and 1. Okay, give me a maybe give me a thumbs up to thumbs down with how successful that was. Whether you think yes, I've got it. Yeah, okay, we're getting thumbs in the middle. Some people massively backing themselves. People being cautiously optimistic. Okay, can everybody just go back to the puffy cheeks, and we're just going to do that little interval in isolation. Hopefully you find that interval, if you do it to puffy cheeks, is a little bit easier than it was when you were trying to sing it to Gloria. Okay? Yeah? So if you want to practice this too, and just do puffy cheeks for that little bit, you can just sing Sit sempiterna. Whenever you want to, and then as soon as you feel like you've really got it nailed, you can switch back to singing Gloria. And breathe early in that phrase. Sit sempiterna Gloria. I took a whole crotchet out, but with thousands of you, nobody's going to notice, so just go for it. The alto line, same place. Sit sempiterna Gloria. Then you're singing 2 notes of the tune. Altos, you get 2 notes of that beautiful melody. Never mind, eh? Okay, so all of this, and this is the last thing I want to cover today, needs to be beautifully delicate and piano, despite the fact you're going over some quite tricky intervals, okay? So can you just say for me, that was sop 2 not alto. Yeah, thanks, Miriam. Yeah, sure, thanks. I should do the alto line as well, Miriam. Well spotted. We are at bar 25. In fact, yes, altos, you kind of sidle in later. We've gone Do, Mi, No. And both soprano parts sing your E flat, so you've got a really nice cue for coming in at bar 25. Sit sempiterna gloria. Now, I think we should come back to this syncopated alto line the next time we touch it, because having that da dee da 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 dee is something that you really need to practice and get in your body. And I'd like to spend sort of 5 minutes giving you some tips for that, but we are at the end of the session, but we will come back to covering that. Just to finish off, let's just circle back to bar 21 and just look at how we create that really delicate pianissimo sound. Okay, so I think for this point, someone's just asked a question about vibrato. Be comfortable, be you, sing with whatever sound is natural and comfortable for you. Think more about dynamic and character than specifically how much you want to wobble your voice around. Okay, so for here, I think it's naturally going to be a very quiet, probably quite a straight tone because it's so quiet. I'd like you to imagine you've got a candle in front of you, so maybe hold a finger up to be your candle, and I want you to sing in a way that you take care of the candle and you don't blow it out. Okay, the crescendo, diminuendo, so the pins like that are marked over the top of the score, they are not to be barreled into. All they do is show the word stress. Uni, trinoque, domino. Domino means God. And then you've got two numbers, uni and trinoque. So it's basically one God in three persons. It's the idea of the Christian Holy Trinity. Uni, one, tri, tri, three, and domino, God. So uni, trinoque, domino. And in fact, he's phrased the domino to meet the shape of the melody there rather than the word stress. But it's not, those dynamics are not asking a lot of you. It's not sort of slam the accelerator down and then slam the brakes on in order to create the biggest difference in dynamic you can. That's not what it's about. It's just word stress. So see if you can observe those dynamics without disturbing your candle flame. Let's just do it one more time, and I'm going to sing second soprano this time, and then altos. Yeah, we will come back and just look at that syncopation, but I'm going to continue singing second soprano, and then probably sing it through to the end, and we'll leave it there. So I'm going to sing second soprano all the way through to the end. Here's your E flat. 3 beats in. Don't disturb your candles. 1, 2, 3. Uni trinoque domino, sit sempiterna gloria, salutaris hostia, sit Great. Well done. Great. Thank you so much, everybody. Good work. Don't forget to keep listening to the learning tracks. And if you feel like you've not got to grips with this at all yet, don't worry. This is only the first rehearsal on it, and there will be more between now and the end of August when submissions close. Have a wonderful morning, evening, noon, night. And it was great duetting with you. Thanks very much. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tori.
Thank you, Emily.
Emily.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.
Press the button. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.